I gotta go in. She's awake.
She's awake. She has a name. You're recording.
Hey, bye.
Okay, listen here. Now, this ain't porn. Get out. Hi, guys. Welcome back to my channel. I am Britney Louise. If you are new here, how you doing? Hey, hello. I wanted to do a foundation review on BareMinerals Original Liquid Mineral Foundation. So, BareMinerals has been around for like a long time. They are OG in the game. When I used to work at Sephora inside JCPenney, I remember BareMinerals. How it was marketed for me is just like this mineral foundation that, you know, little old ladies use, and powder foundation. Everything is powder. The original OGs of that whole mineral foundation period. They started to kind of do their thing when they started to hit into the liquid scene with their first liquid foundation that they did a long time ago. Honey, when I tell you, I could not stand that foundation. I could not stand the messiness of the bottle, all of that. Honey, child, I couldn't do it. But then when they came in with their rescue complexion, I think it was a foundation or was it a tint? I don't know. I was like, okay, BareMinerals, y'all doing a little something. But now they have taken, I'm assuming their mineral foundation, like powder foundation, they have, voila, turned it into a liquid. So honey, I am very curious. Packaging is very nice, it's a lot more modern. It looks great. I am excited. I'm curious to try this foundation. We're gonna do probably like an 8, I don't know how many hour wear test, and we are going to see how this foundation performs, all that on my dry combination skin. I've already prepped my skin. I'm ready to get into this foundation review, and I hope you guys are excited too. Why don't you keep watching so we can see what this baby do, okay? The new Original Liquid Mineral Foundation has SPF 20 in it. So it says here that it is proven to improve skin texture, clean, vegan, naturally luminous. I'm assuming where they get the original from in this foundation name is because it's inspired by their iconic loose mineral foundation. That powder stuff, boy, when I tell y'all, when I used to work inside JCPenney, that stuff was all over the place. That powder foundation, that mineral, let me tell you, the cleanup for BareMinerals used to get on my nerves, okay? So, I'm excited for this. It's available in 30 shades for all skin types and tones. I'm a little nervous about that, but we'll see. And this foundation is only made with 19 clean ingredients. So we about to get into this. The first thing I'm going to do before I go into this foundation is I'm going to start off with a primer. And I'm actually going to use my Primed and Peachy primer, the Cooling Matte Primer by Too Faced Cosmetics. So I'm going to go ahead and just put a little bit on the back of my hand. It's a twist up pump. I ended up grabbing the shade Warm Dark 26. And that's what it's looking like. We might get a good blend from this. Okay. She might have did good. So I'm going to take my brush and swirl this in. I'm put a little bit more on the back of my hand. I put 2 more pumps on the back of my hand. Take my brush. Let's see what it's like built up. Oh, it seems to build up pretty fast. So one thing I'm realizing, like right off the bat, it's extremely lightweight. It looks like a veil over my skin, like a veil of foundation. I don't know how to explain it, but I can see it in every single pore. It almost looks like it's sinking into my pores, if that makes sense. Like not necessarily sitting on top of my face. It looks like it's going into, like I can see, like I'm looking at my pores, I see foundation in them. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Seems like it might be giving me texture instead of taking away texture. So this is what I look like. One half is done, one half is not. From far away, it looks like it might be pretty. From up close, I'm a little worried. Maybe it just liquefied their regular mineral foundation. Like literally took the minerals and just put some water on it. I don't know. And then thought that it was going to be cute. I want to see how it does with a different primer. So on this side of my face, I'm going to take this primer off. It could just be the primer. Like it's giving that rolling effect. Like I might have on too much product underneath. After I wiped off my face with that primer, I went back in with Origin's Clear Improvement Pore Clearing Moisturizer with Bamboo Charcoal. Now I'm just going to try it again on this side and see what happens. It almost doesn't look like the same foundation I just put on the other side. It almost seemed like it was a little lighter. It rubs in like a moisturizer, so that's good. I will say that even with the brush application, this side looks better. I wouldn't use a primer that's like one of those thick pore filling type primers with this foundation because it didn't work well. At least it didn't work well with the Too Faced. This brush isn't as dense as my Morphe brush. This is my Real Techniques foundation brush, and it's just not as dense.
10 seconds later.
Girl.
12 seconds later.
Girl, because, okay, so.
1 minute, 37 seconds later. 2 very boring minutes later.
So it goes on pretty, right? So it goes on, swirling it on, blah, 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 blah. Things I'm noticing. Swirly, 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 swirly. But baby, it settles and it's not pretty. This is initial reaction, y'all. I'm just going through like my skin looks. Okay, so you guys know that I'm naturally dry combo, right? But I typically do a pretty good skin prep, all of that, all the time, yada, yada, yada. But this is, it's almost like it's bringing, it almost looks flaky up close and personal. I'm going to see if I can take some photos of what I'm, so that you guys can see, because I know it's really hard to see on camera. I thought we might have had a thing, BareMinerals, but the thing might not be pretty. Okay, so we're going to try this one more time. I have now taken off the side that I primed, prepped, all of that. I'm going to go back in with my moisturizer. I'm going to re-moisturize my face. And I'm going to go in with a beauty sponge. So I'm going to go in with a sponge, a damp sponge. And we're going to see if maybe doing it with a sponge will not give us those results of yuck. Look, I'm trying to work with you, BareMinerals. I'm trying to work with you. I'm going to go in. I'm going to put a little bit on the booty. The butt. On the butt. I'm going to push it in. And we're going to see how that goes. No primer. At this point, it's just moisturizer. We okay for now. We okay for now. It looks really pretty right now. It's really nice right now. Let's see what it's like building it up some more. This is the second pump. And I am building it up. It looks like this is going to be a sponge only. At least for me, a sponge application only foundation. It's a big difference. Oh, it's definitely a big difference. I wonder how it's going to settle. So I'm going to give it a second. Just video-wise, up close, this is what it looks like with a brush on this side. And this is what it looks like with a sponge. So you can tell it's just a lot better. What I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back over this side with this sponge and just see if it makes a difference. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. It looks so much better. I hate the fact that I don't like it with the brush and my fingers can't do that either. For me, it's just not gonna work. But this sponge though, I am satisfied with how this foundation looks. We're gonna do a full 8-hour wear test. I'm gonna come back on screen. I'm gonna show you my finished foundation look once I get done feeding little mama over here. This is my finished look. So it is just a little bit after 2:30. I'm gonna check back in with you guys a little bit later on tonight after I do like a full maybe 7-8 hour day. and we're going to see how this foundation held up. Okay, so we are back, and I definitely kept this makeup on a lot longer than 8 hours. It is currently 1 o'clock in the morning. I had a lot going on. I needed to get some stuff done. What do I think about this foundation? Well, first of all, this is what my face looks like. It's pretty much gone, as you can see down here in this area. And this is not me wearing a mask. This is just me hanging out, normal day-to-day stuff, kicking it with my little princess. Couple of imprints around my nostrils, which is to be expected with my glasses. Although I have had stronger foundation, whether it's a natural finish or not, that hasn't moved this much on my face, even with playing with my daughter all day. One thing I also did notice, I'm not sure if you can tell at all by the lighting, but just mainly around the forehead area where it's still a little bit on. You can still see some on the sides of my face. It did kind of turn a little orange on me, and then like around my nose. If we're just getting down to business, it is not a favorite foundation of mine. I had to give like a little bit of side eye to the foundation application. But what I will say is the best application method for me was using the beauty sponge. But you can still kind of see some texture here, just a little bit more prominent than I typically like. And the movement is a little bit all over the place. So all in all, to be honest, this foundation is gonna be a big fat no for me. I've just had foundations that I just don't have to work that hard, and I'm all about convenience. I need something easy to work. Like, I can't be out here playing with the foundation, okay? This looked so great. It just seemed like it was so promising, but for me, unfortunately, I don't got time to work a foundation this much. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I kind of had to fight with it a little bit too much. I didn't have on a mask, so I can just imagine what it would look like for real with a mask on. So it's gonna be a no for me, Bare Minerals. Not this original liquid mineral foundation, not for me. I just don't have time to play with this foundation. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. Let me know what you think down below. Let me know if you have tried this Bare Minerals foundation, if you had any issues with it, if you were just like, nah, girl, you tripping. I love it. You let me know. To each his own. I will talk to you guys later. If you are new here, stick around. Watch some old videos. Get to know me, okay? Because all videos ain't a dud, okay? This one just happened to be. I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.